Hi, I'm Charlie, and this is Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is available both as a podcast, wherever you get great podcasts, and on video on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men. So today I'm very pleased to have as my guest, Sharlen Moore. Sharlen, great to see you.
Wonderful to
Saw Sharlen last night, and we're back here. So Sharlen is the recently elected Alderwoman from the 10th District, which is on the west side of Milwaukee, replacing longtime Alderman Mike Murphy. And you're also the executive director of Urban Underground here in Milwaukee for a while. Now, we'll talk about how long the while has been. And then, so you and I met at what we call the Derek Mosley dinners.
Yeah.
So I know they have an American Heritage dinner, something or other, by the Marquette University Law School, which Judge Mosley is in charge of. But the first time I remember, you and I sat across from each other. We just talked and had no idea who each other was. And then the next time, Ellen, my wife, came and you know each other, and she said, "Well, that's Sharlen Moore over there." I said, "I sat across from her last time." So we do kind of know each other, and then we've gotten to know each other a little bit recently. So I'd like to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I know you're born in Jamaica and you moved here at an early age.
Yeah.
So talk about your early years and how it helped shape the person you've become.
Yeah. Being an immigrant to this country gives me a really different perspective and worldview than I think some of the folks that grow up in cities, because living in a country is different, right? Sure. And so I came from a community that was very connected, right? So my grandmother always grew, you live off the land. And so, you grow your chickens and, like literally, like
right.
If we wanted a chicken, they would go out and get it, and, that would be your
we
dinner.
We don't need to see how.
right.
No,
that would be your dinner for the,
okay.
for the evening. But my grandmother was always a community-oriented person,
mm-hmm.
and so she, when someone came to the house, she made sure they left with something, whether it was dinner or whether it was extra bananas that she grew, or whatever that thing was. She always made sure that she took care of others, and it was also vice versa. The community took care and lifted each other up, and so seeing that at a very early age and coming here to this city, some folks that are a little older will understand, like when the street lights came on, you need to make sure you find your way home.
Right.
And it was just a sense of community then, right? The neighbors knew each other. People lived in spaces that they were there for long periods of time. So it wasn't like some of the situations that we see now with so many transient population due to a lot of, factors.
Sure.
It was more community centered, and I loved that growing up in this city. I grew up in the Sherman Park area, and I had a diverse block of friends. I went to public school, and I had a great time growing up in the city of Milwaukee. I have very fond memories of growing up, my early years of growing up in Milwaukee.
Great. So you started community work as a teenager.
Yeah.
You're working up the YMCA in Tetonia Avenue on the north side.
Yeah.
And you started a organization or a group, however you want to phrase it, Teen Achievers.
Yeah. So it was so interesting because before Northside YMCA was there, it was the North Central YMCA right on Garfield, and
okay.
It was such a beautiful place because there were a lot of young people that were there, and I started going there because somebody came to my school and said, "Hey, if you learn how to swim, we'll give you a job." And we're like, "Wait a minute, job? Say less," because all of us wanted to work, make
Sure.
our own money, do things that we wanted for ourselves, not put that burden on our parents. So we were like, absolutely. So I learned how to swim at the Y and got my first job as a lifeguard and a swim instructor at the YMCA. And I remember just the fond times that I had there. And fast forward, there were so many young people that were going there, and I met my husband. Reggie grew up in the neighborhood, and he was going to the YMCA as well, and that's how we met each other. But we all started what was called at the time called Leaders Club, and it was a program for young people that we were like, you know what, we have to get young people involved, and we started the program, grew it till about 80 plus young people that met a couple times a month, and just did amazing and incredible things.
Around after graduation, around the year 2000, you, with your now husband Reggie Moore, started the Urban Underground.
Yeah.
So if I do my University of Maryland math, that would be almost 25 years.
24.
24 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about Urban Underground, its mission, and I did want to mention one of the alums from Urban Underground was our county exec, David Crowley.
Yeah. We have a lot of amazing alum that have graduated from the program. Some are living here, some are living outside of the state, and they're doing incredible things. They have their own organizations. Sutton King is doing indigenous work in New York City. We have authors, Jovan, that's authors of books, and and a lot of the guys. Darren Madison is now at a state assembly. Right. David Bowen, who was a county supervisor and state assemblyman, and now he's out of politics, and we tapped in. Now it's my turn, to try the politic realm. Right. But so many individuals, that these young people have done. But we started Urban Underground as a premise that young people, they have the talent, the passion, the knowledge to be able to change the conditions in this city.
Yes.
And we started out by holding a forum at Sherman Park centered around cruising. So if folks have been in the city long enough, they would know back in the late 90s, there are a lot of things that were being plucked out of the city, and young people really didn't have social venues to hang out at. So what did they do? These young people are creative. They're like, hey, meet me at this gas station or meet me at this location, and you would literally have hundreds of young people converge on a space having a good time, right? But the neighbors were saying, you know what, I don't mind that you have a good time, but you can't do it at 1 o'clock in the morning, not when I gotta get up and go to work the next day. So we hosted a forum at the Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club and brought residents and young people together, and that really sparked this notion that young people gotta be at the table. They have to be, one of our mottos is nothing about us without us. And so they have to be at the table to make decisions. And Urban Underground has been doing some really powerful things from there on out.
Talk a little bit, I know you're involved, you get your fingers in a lot of different pieces here in the city. So talk about some of the other work you do in the community.
So over the last 24 years, I've been blessed enough to be able to have partnerships with so many different individuals, from our nonprofit community organizations to folks that are doing work around like teen domestic violence, school to prison pipeline. Our education system is one of the things that our young people are always passionate about. I've had the opportunity to be a part of the Governor's Juvenile Justice Commission. I've sat on several boards. One of my favorites is from Highland Community School, where my kids went. I love the concept of Montessori when we got introduced to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And so they were the ones that really honed in on my parental engagement, and I've taken that back to the school that I graduated from, my alma mater, but my kids also graduated from as well. My daughter's in her last year, but Rufus King, high school. So being engaged and what that looks like. So I've partnered with so many different organizations just to make the city a better place.
All right, so you won your race, the 10th district, and I would say congratulations.
Thank you.
The good news is you won your race. The bad news is, well, now you're on council. And, so
it's good news. It's great news.
Okay.
It's great news.
I'm always reminded of the end of the Candidate movie with Robert Redford, and he looks at his dad and goes, now what do we do?
Now what do we do, right?
So
right?
that's what I wanted to ask you. So what are your goals
Yeah.
in council? And congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
election. So what do you hope to accomplish going forward?
Yeah, I think, when we talk about politics a lot of times, I think people really forget that it's really centered around the people.
Right.
So I have some ideas.
Especially locally.
Yeah, especially locally. You can do so many great and powerful things locally. A lot of people ask me, so what are you gonna? The first thing that you're gonna do is, first thing I'm gonna do is, build a leadership team of different residents that are in different neighborhoods, because different neighborhoods have some different needs.
Sure.
And so I don't live in your neighborhood. I live in Merrill Park, right? And so I know what some of the needs that I may have in Merrill Park, but I can't speak to your area where you live in your neighborhood. So the first thing is really to pull on my residents to say, what is it that we need? There's a lot more that put us together, that connect us than it does that divide us. And I think that's what a lot of times we forget about that,
Right.
because, there's so many constituents that live in different parts of the city. Some get really great services, based on where they are. Some don't. And it's, for me, I live in such a beautiful district that whether we're talking about race, whether we're talking about economics, like, it runs the gamut. And I think that I'm going to use that as a starting point and a focal point to bring us together, because some of our neighborhoods, they do Halloween parties, or they have strong neighborhood groups.
Right.
We want to be able to use that just so that we don't have this have and have not, like, oh, well, you live in this particular neighborhood, so you're going to get all the services, but the person that lives over here in this neighborhood, listen, they're going to talk to their blue in the face before they even get anything done. And that's one of the things that I want to, sort of dismantle. Like, what? Nope, we're all in this together. And it's not, I represent one of 15 votes,
Right.
but I cannot do this work without my residents. And I want them to know and understand that.
Okay. It's a thankless job in many respects, and my wife's family was heavily involved in politics. And one thing is that in the politics they were involved in, as soon as you walk in the door, half the people don't like you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's the way it is. So you have to, have to be, as you said, you're trying to be as inclusive as possible, and bring residents in, and you do the best you can.
Yeah, and also for those folks that didn't vote for me, Charlie,
Right.
like, I have to work for you too, right? Like, you matter,
Right.
As well.
And that's the part of local politics is that's the important part, is that you represent everybody, not just
that's it.
The person who likes you.
That's it.
So tell us a little bit about your family.
So I have, we have 3 kiddos. We have 2 that are in their second year of college. We have twin boys, and then our daughter is in her last year of high school.
Okay.
So, and they're all rock stars. One of my sons has his own business called On-Site Production, shameless plug. If you're ever looking for videography, photography, like, he does incredible work. And how this sort of comes back full circle, one of our young people, Jeff Kennedy, who has his own business that does media and production work as well.
Right.
My son both of them actually worked with him when they started in high school. And so one of them just took it on, like, I love doing this work. I love, so it, again, that exposure piece allowed him to find his passion.
Mm-hmm.
One of our other sons, he's into technology as well. So he works for Apple. He's going to school, and, he wants to build websites and, do all this stuff, with technology. And so, he loves that sort of work, and my daughter is she wants to walk in our footsteps. She's going to be studying political science, going to Marquette University, and she probably wants to dabble in some law. She's going to do a pre-law track, and but she started. She did a school workout.
Will she be going to the Derek Mosley dinners for the Blue Bar Center for whatever?
She'll probably engage. Yeah, she'll probably engage in that.
Whether she goes to Marquette, she wants to go to the dinners.
Listen, there you go. But she's a great speaker. She's done her school walkout. Thank you, and her dad, her dad as well.
Talk about your husband, who seems to get short shrift here.
Listen, everybody knows him. I have to when I go places. I'll say,
Right,
I know you know Reggie though.
Yes.
I'm his wife.
So 3 sentences about Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie is incredible. He's a person that when he has a vision for something, he knows how to implement it and he gets it done. He's very consistent, and so what you see is what you get. But he doesn't like mediocrity, and so he was just, he's the type of person that I see better for this city. I want better for this city, and he's zoomed in and he knows how to go about pulling the best out of people. He's an amazing leader.
He's at the medical college.
He's at the medical college now. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you want to grab that apron right
Grab
there?
the apron. Okay.
So got your neighbor. So
Okay.
what are we making today?
Okay. So when you came to me about this opportunity, I was like, look, I'm not a pro. I'm not, listen, my beautiful mom passed away a few years ago, and she was a chef of the family. If we wanted anything, we would, if we had any event, I had her come to the school when, the adolescent program had, their cooking time, and she would come and everyone, like, oh, your mom is here? Oh, we're going up. And so when they had family feast time, it was all the staff made sure they came up for some, curry chicken and rice. And so she was always the chef in the family. And my dad cooks too, but definitely not on the level as my mom. So a lot of those traits, I'm learning now. I have some great cooks in my family, but I consider myself, I can cook good, but I consider myself the amateur. So we're making something basic that, sort of anyone can make. I've learned to
Easy weeknight dinner.
Easy weeknight dinner. Yeah. You listen, it's a type of, if you like it, you add it in. If you think you can add some other stuff in, great. If not, you leave it out. It's that type of meal. So
Gotcha.
we're just doing, and I'm a pescatarian. So we're doing pasta with some really good veggies. And so it's just a veggie sort of pasta dish that we're doing today.
Great. All right. So we've done a little prep work here. Give us a moment to get set up, and then we'll get started with our pasta. I know what it is because we're having ravioli. So we're gonna make some vegetables that go in there with the sauce and the raviolis, and I think we have a little garlic bread, and then probably I think we have to taste it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Give us a minute. We'll be right back. All right. So Sharlen, take it away.
All right. So again, very, very easy dish. We got our water going so that we're going to be able to do our pasta. Typically, we're not cooking for this many people, so so it doesn't have to be this complicated, right?
Right.
And so what we have prepared is some onions, some bell peppers, just because you can't go wrong with onions and bell peppers, right? So we're gonna just saute up our onions. Our bell peppers. We're just gonna, and listen, we chop them up is however you like, big, little. Again, doesn't matter. We got our mushrooms. And again, don't worry about, this is one of those dishes, it's really hard to get wrong. We're gonna season them just slightly. I don't cook, nowadays there's so many, there's some seasoning that have salt in it, but a lot of the seasoning that I cook with doesn't have any salt. So I'll season it up with just a little garlic powder. We'll do a little pepper.
It's black pepper.
Black pepper, do a little black pepper. And again, I try not to make, I'm not a spicy sort of person. So, as much or as little as your taste buds desire. Okay. And then I usually add a little Tony's. This is just a little
Cajun seasoning.
Little Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning will also go in the pasta sauce to season it. I have kiddos, and sometimes, when I come home from meetings or whatever, I don't have a lot of time. And so I try to, some people make their own sauce. If that's what you do, that's what you do. Make your own sauce. But sometimes I'm looking for shortcuts. And those shortcuts it saves me some time. So as we have this going, we'll add in our spinach a little bit later.
Why don't you grab the garlic bread up there? So we got some garlic bread.
Yes.
And we got it in our oven here. I'm gonna open this up.
We'll pop it in.
Let it
soften up a little bit.
Yeah.
As that's in the oven, again, hard to get this wrong, folks.
All right, so we've got some Alfredo sauce.
I like to season my Alfredo sauce just because, again, it comes, if you don't have
Italian
milk,
trick there.
add a little water. Listen, we don't want to waste anything here, okay?
That's how you get.
So, okay, because we're cooking for it, typically I cook with about two cans usually, or 2 bottles, cans, whatnot, usually does the trick. We're cooking for quite a few people, so we probably should have gotten more, but hey, we're gonna make do. Okay, as our water hasn't boiled yet, we're just waiting for our water to boil. Then we're gonna steam.
All right.
We're gonna steam our veggies.
See what we got there, Charlie.
Oh.
So
And you can do it in one of 2 ways. You can pop it in the microwave and steam it there, but you know what? We got.
All right, so we got gonna steam some veggies.
All right, we're gonna easily just steam our veggies. Again, we just did a simple California medley. Throw whatever veggies you like in there, whatever your heart's desire. That's what we're gonna do. While this is still sautéing, we are now going to season the pasta.
Right,
I usually season with garlic powder.
All righty.
Garlic, that was garlic salt. Garlic powder, garlic salt.
A lot of garlic, so that's.
I love garlic. I love garlic.
I'm Italian, so go for it.
I love garlic. We add pepper.
All right, a little black pepper.
Okay, black pepper. Go back to I love Old Bay. Listen.
East Coast boy here, that's.
Listen, I love me some Old Bay, okay? Again, I don't measure. This is paprika.
Okay.
Love pepper. I like to give it a little bit of a color. So we'll add a little paprika. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna add the garlic to the sauteed. Forgot that.
All right, so a little garlic in there.
I'll add another. I like garlic. And then for the pasta sauce, I add a little bit of pesto.
Okay.
I think people are asleep on the pesto. I love pesto, so I usually add that to my sauce. Okay.
All right.
So
you grab me a spoon over there.
Yes. Yep. Start mixing. And
Look,
then
I'm helping.
I will.
A little pesto into the Alfredo sauce.
Yep. Usually add a couple.
So we're calling this pesto Alfredo.
Yes, I love me some pesto.
All right.
Let's put in our ravioli.
All right. Salted water.
So yes, listen, I'm not into making my own ravioli. I'm not there yet. So bring your water to a boil. And again, you can get whatever ravioli you want. Do what you love. So we're gonna put, just because we got 2 nice, really big bags.
All right. It's me helping again.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie. I love the help. Okay, I'm gonna turn off these veggies.
Okay. And the steamed vegetables are gonna go in here or in here?
We're gonna sort of assemble
Everything in the sauce?
right in the sauce.
All right, so we've got the sauce.
Yes.
Heating.
So this is perfect.
Raviolis need to come to a boil.
Did a little bit of taste on the sauce. It's good.
We just put these in frozen. So it's like putting ice cubes
right,
in.
Exactly. So folks, as we, so I'm gonna get our.
Another big black spoon right there.
You know what? It should be good. For this is always just the heaviness of the pot.
All right. Putting in the veggies into the sauce. All right.
We are just.
Again, here's me helping.
Perfect. Yep. Then we're just going to
Put a little.
Put a little bit of, yep. A little bit.
A little bit of. All right, so we turn the pan back on to saute the spinach.
Yep.
And this will take, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Spinach doesn't take long at all to saute. I just want to get them a little bit translucent and we will be good.
All right,
Our
the
veggies look like they're almost done.
Okay, so they're done. We're going to put those in the sauce also?
We're going to put those, yep.
Okay.
And then our pasta, since we got them frozen, we'll give them a minute to let the heat move through them.
Getting the oil hot.
Hey, we're not gonna be wasting pots around here. Okay, except spinach. All right.
So we have spinach going in, and that's, as most people know, spinach will wilt in about a minute. Right. And then we'll just put that in.
Put that in. Hopefully by then our pasta will be done.
Here it's sizzling.
Yes. So funny.
Me helping again.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
All right. So we're moving forward. So we'll be back in just a minute to put all this together, and we'll be right back. All right, so I think we're going to put the spinach into the sauce.
Yep.
All right.
For those that love to work with, these are heavy. But I love, if I can, listen, we'll get all this spinach in the pot.
It's your workout for the day.
This is my workout. Ooh, my workout for the day. We're not going to waste anything here.
All right, and then we got the steamed vegetables. We're going to put those in too.
Yep. Steamed veggies.
And our pasta is boiling away, so these should be ready in just a minute.
Just a minute. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We're assembling here.
Veggies going in. Got every veggie in the garden.
I love it.
So
we got our pasta is almost done. As you can see, oh my gosh, if you guys can smell.
We're just going to transfer right from the pan to the sauce, correct?
Well, we got to drain.
Okay.
Only thing we got to do is just drain, and then we'll add. Oh, that looks really good.
All right, so we'll get the pasta out. We're going to drain it. We'll get our garlic bread together, and then we're going to sit down and eat it. So give us a minute. We'll be right back. All right, here we are.
We're back.
So, Sharlen, tell us what we got here.
Oh my goodness. So this is our creation that you cannot get this wrong. Ravioli pasta with veggies, red peppers, green peppers, onions, some steamed veggies, and spinach. Listen, you can add more, you can take away. This is what we got.
Yummy. And
some garlic bread. Can't have a pasta dish without the garlic bread.
All right, you're the guest, so.
Yes. Oh.
You go first.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm a sucker for pasta. So for a nice pasta dish.
And a little.
Listen, you gotta have a little Parmesan cheese, okay? Gotta have a little Parmesan cheese.
Any vegetables.
Oh my goodness. If you guys can smell this, oh.
For me, I was telling you why we're cooking this. One of the things that's most interesting is the combination of the Old Bay and the Cajun seasoning.
Yes,
two of my favorites. All righty.
All right, folks.
Napkin in the lap.
All right, napkin in the lap.
See how we did.
Let's see how this tastes.
I'm pretty sure we did okay.
Oh my goodness. Now, always the goal is trying to grab enough where you have a little bit of, little this, little that.
And so
That's good.
Ravioli is cheese and ricotta and spinach.
Spinach? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could taste this.
We got plenty, so come on down.
Yeah, absolutely delicious. Charlie, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Listen, they always tell you never to talk with your mouth full, so we're probably going to end it here. Have a great day, Milwaukee.
We're not leaving yet.
We're not leaving yet.
I have to thank Sharlen for coming by
This is so
after
good.
I have another bite.
This is so good. Oh my goodness.
Well, you made it.
You were a great assistant.
I did. I stirred well.
You did fantastic.
Stirring and chopping.
That's like the most important part.
I stayed in my lane. All right, one more.
Okay. It's good.
So before you take another bite, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you
It's
so
great
much.
to have you.
Yeah.
Really, congratulations on the election.
Thank you.
A lot of work to be done in our city. You have, for your adult life, been involved in trying to make our city a better place. So, greatly appreciated. So,
Thank you.
thank everybody out there for all the support. Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
We like to do these shows once a week where we spotlight people like Sharlen who are trying to make Milwaukee a better place. We do appreciate it. So until next time, thanks for supporting Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is brought to you by Cooking Secrets for Men, LLC, and was recorded in the 3rd Ward in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We feature and profile community leaders who are trying to make Milwaukee a better place. The tagline is, serious people with serious jobs having a little fun. Our guests choose the recipes that we use on the show. All of our podcasts are available on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get great podcasts. The original YouTube video for this episode is available on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men, all rights reserved. Thanks, and see you next time on Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders.